guys, what is up? I feel like I haven't talked to you in, I don't know, I guess it's been a little while, but not like crazy long time. Figured why not just film while I'm getting ready, because I've got some stuff to tell you guys. It's just so much more fun to film while putting on makeup instead of just sitting here by myself and not talking and doing my makeup. And I kind of wanted to just do like something different. I want to try like a glam makeup, but along the lines of something I haven't really tried before. I figured it would be okay that I started when I already had my foundation, concealer, and eyebrows on, because that's kind of like the same thing every single time. I used the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, which I actually wish I had like the dewy one because my skin is so dry right now. And then I did use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I still don't love it, but I'm almost out of the Fit Me concealer. I mean, today it actually doesn't look too bad, surprisingly, because my skin is really dry and that usually makes my skin look really dry. It seems to be working pretty decent today, so let's just hope that it stays that way. I use a beauty blender to put on foundation and concealer, and today I used the NYX Microbrow pencil for my brows. I feel like it matches enough to my hair. I don't really have any brow products that matches this hair completely, but I feel like it's a pretty close match to my roots at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face so that I'm not like a ghost before I do my eyes. So the first thing I wanted to kind of fill you guys in on is I'm actually back to doing hair. I'm back in the beauty industry. It's a totally different atmosphere and everything than the last salon I worked at, which is why ultimately I ended up going for it and deciding that I was ready to go back. Every single time I expose my ear, I'm always like, but you guys understand here. It's okay. You guys have helped me a lot actually be like more okay with them, so thank you. Oh, I totally forgot to set my brows. I'm gonna set my brows with the Maybelline Brow Drama. I've been really busy. I haven't actually filmed anything in like a month, I think. I'm gonna use the NYX Contour Kit today. I feel like this color is weird on me. Maybe I'm just so used to the butter bronzer now that everything else just looks strange. We're gonna give it a shot. Yeah, so I'm really liking the salon so far. I haven't done like a whole lot of services quite yet. I have basically been giving like friends discounts and stuff just to be able to take some pictures of my work, you know, get myself out there, because the salon that I'm at doesn't really accommodate walk-ins too much. It's pretty much appointment based, which I'm okay with starting out. The only kind of stressful thing is I'm paying booth rent to work there now. It's just super exciting to actually be back into the beauty industry, even though some days I hate it because some days, you know, I'm feeling super anxious. Some people are really extremely picky, and even though I try to be like a perfectionist, you can't make everyone happy, and I feel like there's always that like fear in the back of my mind that something's gonna go wrong. So I just have to kind of get over that anxiousness that I feel when I'm doing services on strangers. I know once I get back kind of in the groove of things, I won't feel that way forever. By the way, in the NYX Contour Kit, I always mix this really cool shade and this really warm shade because I feel like one or the other just is like the two extremes. I'm definitely more neutral. That did seem like an off color at first, but now that it's all blended out, I feel like it works pretty well. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. It's gonna be pretty glam, so I'm not really worried about my contouring and everything being a little too intense because I'm going for intense today. So right now I'm only offering like hair services really, but I am building up my makeup kit so that I can offer makeup services. I'm so excited. Ugh, I cannot wait, because that wasn't really an option that I had at my old salon to do makeup. This salon though, she like is going to teach me how to do airbrush. Not only that, but the salon is so cute. We have literal glitter walls. Like there's glitter paint on the walls and it's like all gray. You guys know how much I love gray. My boss slash friend, I feel weird calling her a boss because we went to beauty school together, but she does own the salon and she kind of is hooking me up by letting me work there. So she's my friend, but she's also my boss. Her name's Asia, so I'll just say Asia. Asia is totally just like letting me use her color line and letting me use all of her supplies until I can get set up. She's gonna teach me how to do eyelash extensions, which I am so excited for. I want to get them myself so bad because I've seen the clients that she does them on and they just look amazing. But yeah, they're kind of expensive. So yeah, the only really negative part so far about working at the salon is also working somewhere else. So I've been so freaking busy. For blush, I'm gonna use this Bare Minerals Dusk. It's something I've had like literally forever, but it's really pretty. The only thing is it's quite pigmented and I like a really subtle blush. So I'm gonna try to go in with this really lightly. I'm just gonna take it out of the lid. Oh my gosh, why does this happen? I might as well just finish my face and do highlight right now, and then I'll just bust out my eyes. I just really hope I don't ruin my face makeup when I do my eyes like I usually do. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Should I even try? Jouer? I have no idea, but it's a highlight. It's like a cream highlight, and I've never used a cream highlight before in my life. I swatched this. I just feel weird about putting cream like on top of powder, but I watched somebody in a makeup tutorial do it recently and it seemed to work out fine. It's really gold. Ooh, that might not work on my white skin. I think I'm gonna try it. Barely even see it, so let's pack some more on there. I can see it. It's just not my favorite. For symmetry's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this side too, but I'm gonna definitely layer something else on top of it. So I'm gonna take the NYX contour palette and just mix the two highlights in there as usual. There we go. I don't know, I guess I just prefer a more light, kind of whitish highlight. I don't love like the gold toned highlights as much. And I always do like a swoop, like I like to go kind of up towards my temple, obviously not all the way to my temple, but just kind of in a upwards motion. Oh, this is scary because this always has fallout. Maybe I shouldn't use the Nude palette. I just really liked this shade in here, Sexy, that I've never used. Let me just go grab every palette and see what happens. So I figured out why you guys only see me do neutral glam looks. Every palette that I own is neutral palette. But one thing that they all have in common is they all have like purples, but I don't want my eye to look like a bruise. Other than that, it's like oranges, which I always do, like warm tone, orange, neutral. And this one is like all oranges and neutrals with some reds. I'm gonna start with the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm just going to use like this green and this green to put like in my crease, and then we'll just go from there. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. So to continue this chattiness, I did mention in my last Chatty Get Ready With Me that I was going on a trip with my friend Danny and we were going to ride horses on the beach. Oh my gosh, we did it and it was so much fun. I haven't ridden a horse in years and it's something that Danny and I have talked about. We like to go on adventures and we went camping on the beach. I've never camped on the beach, like not that I can remember, maybe when I was super young, but we got this really cute little campsite. She let me drive her car, which was awesome because I like never get to drive. I have a permit. A lot of people think that's really strange considering I'm 23 that I only have a permit, but I've never been taught to drive really. My mom doesn't drive and I don't know, my stepdad was always really busy with work and like I would bug him about it, but it was something that never really happened. It never got carried out. Corey has attempted to teach me to drive, but we have this little Geo Metro that's a stick shift that is just not the safest car. I already have kind of road anxiety. Like I'm one of those people that rides in the passenger and I can't take my eyes off the road. Like I'm always paying attention because I'm just like terrified of car crashes. I hope that'll make me a good driver because I know I'll always be like aware, but at the same time, I hope I'm not just like always scared behind the wheel because I know anxious, timid drivers aren't the best either. But anyways, there was like this short road from our campsite to the beach and she let me drive on it and then kind of drive around the campsite a little bit. But her car was really fun to drive. So we just had like a girls trip and it was really nice to just get out of town for a minute. This was before I started at the salon, so the crazy busy life hadn't quite started yet. But yeah, riding horses on the beach was like my main point here. I did get a little clip from that, so I'll go ahead and enter that somewhere in here. But yeah, it's something that I definitely want to go do again, maybe like with some friends or something so that we have like free reign because we were like on a strict, you know, course with the rest of the horses and the rest of the people. It was kind of like a tour guide type thing. Okay, I feel like that transition is pretty good and blended. It's kind of like a army greenish yellow, kind of like a puke color right now, but I feel like once we're done it'll look decent. Maybe I'll just stick with the Morphe 350 today. I usually leave my lid light, but today I kind of wanted to go like all dark, like a dark lid smoked out into a lighter shade because that's really different for me. So I think I'm going to take like this burgundy shade and this one. So as my fellow Dumbos know, I hope you guys are okay with me calling you that. That's been like a thing from the beginning, me calling you guys my fellow Dumbos. I think Corey was the one who said that sounds insulting, but It's really not. It's a term of endearment. I consider myself a Dumbo. We can fly away from the haters with our big ears, okay? It's fine. So as some of you may have seen, I put like an auto stick review of like my first impression trying out the auto stick ear correctors, the things that you stick behind your ears. And oh god. Yeah, I loved them. The only thing is they're kind of expensive because you only get a pack of 4 pairs. That's just not enough because they only last like a few days tops. I'm gonna try to make them last longer next time I get them. But yeah, that brings me to my next point. I reached out to them and just let them know that I loved their product, just seeing if they would be willing to do like a partnership type thing, which I felt like wasn't weird because they featured me on their Instagram. Auto Stick Columbia did, so ended up talking to someone named Diana, and she basically said that they would send me free product if I agreed to put Spanish subtitles on my video. So I went back and manually put Spanish subtitles on that auto stick video. Oh god, fallout. So yeah, I did it and reached back out letting them know that I did it, and she's like, okay, sweet, we're gonna send you a free sample bag. And I was like, yes! Honestly, being as broke as I am right now and having to, you know, invest into my hair stuff right now, I really wanted to buy auto stick again, but I just could not afford to because I want to give you guys like an updated video about it. I just did not want to spend more money on them because I had to spend almost $30 on just the 4. Oh god, fallout everywhere. This color is really pretty though. It's making my eyes pop. So yeah, moral of that story was I'm getting free auto stick, and I'll have a updated review video for you Dumbos coming soon. So I'm taking this fluffy brush and covering it in my face powder that I use to set my face, which I don't think I mentioned before. It's the Fit Me one that goes with that Fit Me foundation. And then I actually learned this trick from Mikey from Glam & Gore. Basically, it should come right off if you just kind of push the fallout up. If you don't try to like wipe it away like that, but you kind of try to lift it up off of your skin, if that makes sense. So obviously it depends on the shadow, so it's not going to work like 100%, but I got the majority of that off, and then I can kind of just go back in with powder. I'm just going to leave it for right now, and if at the very end it's completely horrible, then I'll just redo my under eyes, as horrible as that sounds. So okay, I'm going to try to be really careful with this side. Excuse me guys for 1 second. I'm gonna deepen the crease a little bit. The crease on this side is definitely a little bit higher, but this really dark brown right here, it's like a warm chocolatey brown. I'm going to tap off all the excess and work that into my crease. Fun fact guys, I've had my braces on for exactly 6 months today. Hey! Oh yeah, you guys haven't even seen like the springs. I got these springs put on because I got extractions and we need to close these gaps. So this tooth right here is like moving over, and there's like a gout right here now. Not crazy about it, but necessary things that have to happen in order for my teeth to be where they're supposed to be, so thought I'd share. 6 months today, crazy. If I could give one piece of advice about doing eyeshadow, it's to figure out what works for your eyes. I found that when I try to like copy an inspiration picture, it never really turns out looking like theirs because everyone's eyes are super different. I actually like that because obviously you don't want to just copy people exactly, but I find that for my eyes I need to blend out way farther up than a lot of other people. I don't know if it's because my eyes when I relax are like way more hooded. I feel like I have a lot of lid space between my eyebrow and my eye, so I used to kind of like blend way down here and you couldn't really see anything that I did. So I've learned that I need to kind of blend kind of high up in order to see my eyeshadow, and that could look a little scary on some people depending on your eye shape. So I definitely say just experiment, figure out what works for you. That's how I've like learned to love makeup, is by just playing around with it and having fun with it, not putting too much pressure on myself to do like an amazing makeup look or anything, because it's all in good fun. Like it doesn't have to be amazing every time. Random rant there. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I like that color a lot actually. So I'm going to do a liquid eyeliner. I'm gonna stick with brown. I don't know, every time I do black eyeliner on myself, I just don't love it. So to do that, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner plus Serum. It's in deep brown, and I like brown eyeliners on me way better than black for some reason. I haven't used this in a little while. I hope it's not like super dried out. Nope, it works. Yay! I can't imagine what it would be like to have good eyesight and not have to get this close to the mirror. Okay, so I'm going to try to match the other side. Can't talk through doing liner, it's too intense. Okay, they're not twins, but you know, I'll take what I can get. I'm not great at doing winged liner, but I'm getting better. I'm seeing progress, and that's what really matters. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Oh god, I don't remember what brand this is. I think it's Kiss. I'm pretty sure I've used these in another tutorial, so I will go to that tutorial and put down below what everything I'm using is, just in case, because I probably left out like everything. I feel like every time I'm going to do something really casual, I film and show up in like glam makeup. I'm going to do rock painting tonight. It's like been this big thing in our community lately. It's gotten so popular that there's pretty much painted rocks everywhere in our town. So yeah, I'm gonna go paint some rocks in glam makeup. But you know, the last rock I actually painted was Tina from Bob's Burgers. And I'm pretty impressed. I wish I could go grab it for you guys right now, but I'm way too lazy. It's gonna be really hard for me to let go of it, I'm not gonna lie. I was like putting Snapchat filters on her. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, then you probably should, just because I'm like way more active on Snapchat than anything else, I would say. I feel like Snapchat's just like way more casual and fun and goofy than like every other, you know, social media platform. I feel like my eyelashes are really clumpy, so I'm really glad I'm putting on falsies over this. Okay, I'm gonna let my mascara dry before I put falsies on because that would result in a disaster. So I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line and then do a little bit of mascara on bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and use pukey army-ish green. I'm gonna take that darker chocolatey brown shade here on this little like short shader brush on the very outer edges of my eye. Feels like my eyelashes are dry, so let's move forward with the falsies. I mentioned in my last chatty video that I got the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. So I beat the first game and I am almost done with the second game. I've just been like so busy, and for some reason when I'm like at home relaxing, video games just like don't really sound like fun when I'm tired. I've only made it through almost the second game, but I haven't gotten to play Warped yet because I decided to play them in order, and for some reason I just like haven't given in and I'm disappointed in myself. I just need to beat Crash 2 so I can go ahead and play it. Speaking of just like chilling and relaxing, so I was really mad because I hadn't watched the Bachelorette finale on finale night because we don't have TV, we just like find everything online. And stupid me was scrolling on Instagram and I saw Rachel's post about her and Brian, and I was just like, I watched the finale this morning anyway just because I had to see how it played out. I was Team Peter, by the way. I feel like this happens every single time. I always am rooting for the person that gets runner-up. Heartbreak every single time I watch that show. I never like get really like into reality shows. They're like my guilty pleasure to watch. There's something about like Bachelor and Bachelorette, it gets me. Popping this lash on, except I'm gonna do it with tweezers like a smart person. It's like seriously crazy how much of a difference lashes make. These ones are like really thick and intense and dense. I really like these lashes though. They're really pretty. So speaking of reality shows, I've also been watching Big Brother. That's like my summer guilty pleasure. It's really funny because my grandma watches it too, so like we talk about it on the phone and we get pissed over who went home, who stayed, you know. And it's weird, like there's usually like one person, like one standout person that I'm like rooting for and I'm like, yeah, I hope they win. But this season I'm kind of just watching it for fun, which is really weird for me. I usually have favorites. I really don't like Josh and I really don't like Cody. I kind of like Raven and her little showmance, the silver fox. I don't remember his name. Greg? No. I don't remember his name, but I'm kind of rooting for them at this point, even though I don't really feel like they're doing anything to deserve it. I'm not crazy about Paul. I like that he's there because he's kind of stirring shit up, but I don't know. I think it's pretty entertaining, even though it's kind of dumb. I feel that way with a lot of things, just like Bachelor and Bachelorette. Like, it's pretty dumb, but it's still really entertaining. But then on the opposite side of the spectrum, I watch like Game of Thrones and Preacher and Rick and Morty. I'm just a TV person, I suppose. Yeah, now I feel like my face makeup is not intense at all. I'm seeing a spot on my eyebrow that is not filled in, and that is driving me crazy. It sucks, like I really don't have that many different lip colors, and there's a lot of them that I've tried that I don't like at all, and then I'll forget that I don't like them and I'll put them on and I'm like, ew. I decided on kind of this mauve-y pinky color. I was gonna do a red lip, but I don't really think a red lip would go with this. I'm just not crazy about red lips on me personally for some reason. So I'm gonna try to go mauve today and see how that works. I should have put on chapstick while I was filming this. This is really fat. I love that combination actually. This is the Essence lip liner in 06 Satin Mauve, and then the Revlon Colorburst Matte Balm in 225 Sultry. I definitely had to take a lip brush to apply this more precisely because this thing is giant, but yeah. For the sake of still looking like myself, I'm gonna just leave it like this and go paint some rocks in style. Let me know what kind of makeup looks you guys want to see me do next, or if you want me to actually stick to like a tutorial style and not do like a get ready with me style. I don't know, I feel like I'm not like so great at makeup that I can actually teach other people how to do it. I feel like I can just show you guys what I do and hope that you guys learn something. But if you do want a more, I don't know, kind of straightforward makeup tutorial instead of all the blab that goes along with it, I totally understand. Just let me know what you guys prefer. Other than that, just let me know any sort of video idea that you want to see. I'm gonna go ahead and do a requested video right now, which was a back to school hairstyle video, and that one will be up before this one most likely, so I'll go ahead and link it if it is. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye! I'm gonna let my mascara dry before I put Falsies. So I'm gonna let I'm old Greg. The Revlon Colorburst I cannot talk today.